Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to Social Science online teaching classes from Vishwamanava Residential High School. I am Mahabubi, your social science teacher. My dear students, today we are going to start the history part social studies in 10th standard advent of Europeans to India. Advent of Europeans to India. In this topic, we are going to study about how Europeans are entered in India and what are all the causes behind the entry of Europeans that we are going to discuss. In the introductory part, in this unit, we learn about the trade and commerce relationship India had with Europeans, the arrival of Europeans to India, then the Carnatic Wars, first Carnatic War, second Carnatic War, and the third Carnatic War. After the Carnatic Wars, we can see battles. The two most important battles, that is Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar, and the dual government system. These points we discuss in this lesson. My dear students, today we learn about the two most important concept in this topic, that is the trade and commerce relationship India had with Europeans, then the arrival of Europeans to India for trade, European trading companies. These points we discuss in this lesson or in this class. Okay, my dear students, the trade and commerce relationship between India and Europe. You have studied previous classes that India is the most richest country in the world. It has 20 of resources like natural resources, forest resources, mineral resources, etc. Along with them that with lot of wealth. Let's start from first. There were trade and commerce relationship between India and Europe since ancient times. There was a great demand for Indian spices like pepper, cardamom, ginger, and many other spices in Europe. You know that Europeans, you know that everyone, British had trade relationship with India as well as some other European countries too. This is very ancient trade relations that European countries had with ancient countries. Understand? So, because of there was a great demand for the Indian spices. There was a great demand for the Indian spices like pepper, cardamom, ginger, and many other spices. There was a great demand for the Indian spices. So, that there was a great demand for trade as well. And the trade relationship continued between India, Europe, and other ancient countries even during the Middle Ages. Understand? And the other particular place that trade is relationship with Constantinople. Constantinople was the center of international business. Keep it in mind, very important. Constantinople was the center of international business and it is considered as the gate of European trade. Constantinople, it is considered as the gate of European trade. Keep it in mind, very important. Then, and the two most important merchants had monopoly over the trade, that is Arab merchants and Italian merchants. Arab merchants and Italian merchants had a monopoly over the trade. Arab merchants had monopoly over the ancient trade and Italian trade had monopoly over the Europeans. So, that was what did trade have control. And we now focus on the fall of Constantinople. Very important. What is Constantinople and what is fall of Constantinople? We are going to focus here. Because of this fall of Constantinople, what are its main effects on the trade relation in Europe and ancient countries had? In the year 1453, the Ottoman Turks captured the city of Constantinople. In the year 1453, keep it in mind, very important, when they captured the city of Constantinople, when Ottoman Turks captured the city of Constantinople in the year 1453. So, one thing, Asia and Europe trade was taking place through city of Constantinople. This is very major thing. So that it is the middle place between Asia and Europe through which the economic activities between two countries, Asia and Europe, that was taking place. See, this is the picture of Constantinople. Constantinople, it is the main important trading center. But these important places was captured by Ottoman Turks in the year 1453. That was the major thing here. So in the year 1453, that was captured by Ottoman Turks. So that here Turks started levying more taxes. When the city of Constantinople captured, the Turks started levying more taxes on goods passing through these areas or sea routes. In 1453, that was captured by Ottoman Turks. So that here Turks started to levy more taxes on goods which go through the Constantinople. So that the European trade felt there is not profit and stopped the business. Because of captured the city of Constantinople by Ottoman Turks. That traders of Europe stopped the business because of imposing more and more taxes on goods that passes through, so that the stop. And one of the most important thing here happened, that is Spain and Portugal. Spain and Portugal were attempting to break the monopoly of Italian trade. They started encouraging courageous sailors to find a sea route to India. My dear students, one of the most important thing here happened, that is Spain and Portugal. Spain and Portugal encouraged sailing to search route to India. Was very two countries took anciently search alternative routes to search to reach the ancient places, that is Spain and Portugal's. Then inventions of the compass, astrolabes and gunpowder provided. Because of the inventions of some particular instruments, these are the some important particular instruments like compass, astrolabes and gunpowder. Compass, astrolabes and gunpowder. These are the most important instruments. Because of the particular inventions, again the sailing was again posted. So that we then call that is scientific instruments posted a lot sailing over the nation. And this is that is the particular instrument the lot of search of different places of ancient countries. Then so here we going to focus on a new sea route to India. Who discovered new sea route to India? Very important. Vasco da Gama discovered new sea route to India. Vasco da Gama. Who was Vasco da Gama? Vasco da Gama, he was a Portuguese sailor. Vasco da Gama, the Portuguese sailor who left Lisbon and reached Capado near Calicut on the east coast of India in the year 1498. In the year 1498, Vasco da Gama searched discovering a new sea route to India. He was successful in discovering a new sea route to India for many years. New sea route to India discovered Vasco da Gama. Very important. Vasco da Gama, he was a Portuguese sailor. Vasco da Gama, he was a Portuguese sailor who left Lisbon and reached Capado near Calicut on the east coast of India in the year 1498. This route continued to be route of trade between India and Europe for many years. First, Portuguese were the first to re-establish trade between India and Europe. India and Europe. Now, and European trading companies. Now we focus on European trade companies. Very, very important. European trade companies which are came to India, that is Portuguese, Dutch, French and English. There are 4 major European trading companies: Portuguese, Dutch, English or British and French. Dutch from United East India Company, French from French East India Company, English or British from British East India Company and Portuguese, Dutch, English and French. Portuguese from Portugal. Portuguese from Portugal, Dutch from United East India Company, French from French East India Company and the last English or British, British from British East India Company. With the success of Portuguese, many European trading companies has came to power: Dutch, French, English and Portuguese. This development not only changed the history of India, it is also changed the history of European countries. Portuguese in detail. Very important. Portuguese were the first to reach India and the last to leave India on the sea route. Very important. Portuguese were the first to leave India and last to leave India. First to arrive India for trade and also last to leave India on a sea route. So, particularly Portuguese, the first to reach India and last to leave India. Keep it in mind, very important. First to reach India and last to leave India. And one of the very important viceroy has came to power, that is Francisco de Almeida. Keep it in mind, Francisco de Almeida. After Vasco da Gama, Francisco de Almeida. Francisco de Almeida, he was the Viceroy of Portuguese. Arrived in India as the Viceroy of Portuguese. He implemented very important policy, that is blue water policy. Keep it in mind, very important question. Who implemented blue water policy? Francisco de Almeida. Francisco de Almeida implemented blue water policy. Understand? And another important Portuguese viceroy has came to power, that is Alfonso de Albuquerque. Alfonso de Albuquerque. The Alfonso de Albuquerque, he called the real founder of Portuguese. The real founder of Portuguese. His very important achievement, that is captured Goa from Sultans of Bijapur in the year 1510. 1510, he captured Sultans of Bijapur, Goa. Captured Goa from Sultans of Bijapur in the year 1510. Keep it in mind. When did Alfonso de Albuquerque captured Goa? In the year 1510. Because of the capture of Goa, he made Goa and as the administrative center on India. Center in India. First, in Portuguese, Vasco da Gama has came to power. Vasco da Gama introduced new sea route to India. After Vasco da Gama, Francisco de Almeida has came to power. He implemented very important policy, blue water policy. After Francisco de Almeida and another important viceroy has came to power, that is Alfonso de Albuquerque. Alfonso de Albuquerque, he called the real founder of Portuguese. His very important achievement, that is captured Goa from Sultans of Bijapur in the year 1510. Goa became the administrative center in India. Now, let us discuss the another important trading company, that is Dutch. Dutch in detail. Dutch are from Holland or Netherlands. Dutch East India Company is started in the year 1602. Dutch East India Company started in India in the year 1602 with the aim of doing business with Eastern countries and entered the countries. The main important aim, the main important goal in the Dutch East India Company, that is doing business with other ancient countries. Understand? Then Dutch are from Holland or Netherlands. They had established a company, that is united the Dutch East India Company in the year 1602. The main aim of this company, doing business with the Eastern countries, that is the major aim. And they establish very important warehouses. Keep it in mind, the Dutch East India Company has established very important warehouses in various other places like Surat, Broch, Combe, Cochin, Nagapattinam, Machilipatnam and Sinsar. These are the warehouses. These are the warehouses. The important warehouses: Surat, Broch, Combe, Cochin, Nagapattinam, Machilipatnam and Sinsar. And one of the most important trading company, that is came to India. The another most important trading company has came to India, French and English. Okay, my dear students, in the European trading companies to India, we can see the two most important trading companies we have learned, Portuguese and Dutch. Portuguese from Portugal, Dutch from Dutch East India Company. And the two most important trading companies, that is British East India Company and French East India Company, we discuss next class. Okay, my dear students, the lesson Advent of Europeans to India. In this lesson, we have learned about the trade and commerce relationship India had with Europeans, then the fall of Constantinople, a new sea route to India, then European trading companies. In the European trading companies, we can see Portuguese and Dutch. In the next class, we discuss the another two most important trading companies, that is English or British East India Company and French East India Company. Then the Carnatic Wars. Okay, my dear students, thank you.